Hi, my name is Dana Arnett, co-host of Wicked Marketing, along with my partner, Carlos Cepene. You can find more information about us and our business on LinkedIn, or if you have any questions, email us at info@wickedbionic.com. Subscribe to Wicked Marketing on Apple Podcasts and write an awesome review for us. We're also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Play. Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Dana.
And welcome to Wicked Marketing.
Welcome, everybody.
So today we are going to be talking about customer lifetime value.
Okay, that sounds really dry and really boring.
I know, totally.
But
it's something that you have to be aware of, and we'll talk to you about why and how to measure it. And
an important measurement in your business for success, really.
Well, yeah, basically. So it's funny because until we heard Allison Maslin mention it the other day on the stage, I hadn't realized that it doesn't have that level of penetration. Like, people are not aware of customer lifetime value as a measure of success. So let's talk about what measures of success are first, right? So when you have a business, and whether you are brand, product, or service, right? We have different measures of success, right? So if you have a brick and mortar store, right? Number of sales, people walking in, repeat customers, right? So those are measures of that success. Your ability to engage people and get them to come back. And brand loyalty was a big term back in the day, which just basically meant your ability to get people convinced that your brand was the best.
I have to have that lotion. When I'm out, I'll buy that same lotion again because it works for me.
And that's the same lotion because that's the one that's going to work.
And that I love.
And I don't need to try anything else.
Right.
So internet comes around, right? And new measures of success start appearing, right? So measures like impressions, right? Like how many people are seeing whatever you're putting out there, whether you're paying for it or it's organic, right?
Right.
Search engine ranking, right? What number 1, number 2, number 3 in the search results, important, right? At least being on the first page for your top topics, important measure of success. Clicks, right? People actually clicking over to your site. Became a measure of success. Then social media comes around, and the measure of conversions, right, with social media ads becomes a big thing.
Yes.
So conversion is a measure that comes from even before that, but it became hot with social media ads because the measure of success was how many people not only saw your ad, but clicked on it, got to your site,
and bought. That's what we do as marketers. Like, that's what we show our clients. Our ads were this for you. The customer did this. When they got to your site, that's why we have to make sure we take care of the site as well. When they got to your site, this is what they did. They bought this or they didn't buy, and then you can see if there's a problem if they didn't buy. But that's that's a conversion, a full conversion, not just clicking on the ad.
So there's semi conversions, I'm going to call them right now. Which is also why it's important that you are tracking all these things, right? So when you think about people getting to your site, whether you do a product or service on your site, whatever your goal is, there's additional measures in the steps before a conversion in a lot of cases that you can track that became a measure of success as well, right? So things like add to carts. Right. So if you sell a product or service that is sold online through e-commerce, having the ability to track how many people added something to their cart and then abandoned the cart.
Well, it's annoying to me because it used to be if you abandoned the cart, maybe you'd get an email from, the company saying, hey, you still want those products? Now everybody sends me an email. If I abandon that cart, I am getting an email from every company saying, are you sure we're still here? And then they give me a discount, which I really do like, though.
Yeah,
yes.
Because I think it's over 35% of people that abandon carts, if you follow up with them, they will buy.
Yeah, for sure. And now it seems to become,
that's why everybody does it.
Yeah.
They can also retarget you with advertising of that specific product. Wayfair, in particular, is one of the brands that does this so incredibly, like literally within minutes of
top
you
of my page.
abandoning that thing in the cart. You got an email, you get an ad with that product, other products
I don't
like
know how
it.
they do it so fast.
And they have a sale. They just happen to have a sale.
20% off today only.
Happening today only on just
on that product that you
product
want.
and products similar to it that you may be interested in. Right?
God, they do it fast. Yes.
So as brands have realized that techniques like that are effective, that using email, that, it is one of those techniques that people think, email, people are so tired of email. Nope. Email is still one of the most successful ways to get in front of people. Obviously with useful emails that are engaging. What's happened is that brands and products and services have realized that by capitalizing on these types of tracking techniques and learning techniques and then advertising techniques to bring people back, or using email marketing to bring people back and complete the purchase on their cart, they're being able to extend the longevity of the relationship with that person, right? So when you think about the way that people want to market to consumers, a lot of people, a lot of brands, products or services will go out there with advertising to the masses. Right. They will go out there to fish in the ocean.
I always say that.
Instead of fishing where the fish are.
And what's your thing that you always say about how many fish are close to the shore?
I have to look up that statistic, but it's something like when you look at the oceans, they cover 3/4 of the earth, right? And when you look at where the fish are, it's something like 95% of fish are within 3 miles from
the shore. So stop fishing in the middle of the ocean.
The rest of the ocean is one empty hole.
Don't spend your advertising dollars in the hole.
Basically no fish, right? So don't go fish in the entire ocean.
Fish close to shore.
Fish close to shore, because that's where the fish are, right? And guys, don't correct me on that statistic, because I don't.
It's not right. We have to look it up.
Right. We got to look it up, but it's something like that. So, okay. So the challenge with that is that you're in this continual funnel, right? Of people that are coming, they buy once, they went away. Buy once, went away. Buy once, went away. So your cost of acquisition of customers skyrockets.
Very high.
Right? Because you're going after everybody.
And what that means is the cost, meaning how much you're spending on advertising, how much your personnel to do social.
How much you're spending in order to get a customer.
Right.
That's the simple.
And that's not just the dollars you did.
If you're spending more money
right.
than it takes you to get a customer that spends money to cover that, then you're in the red.
And I do want to say that isn't just if you're spending $100 on Facebook. It isn't just that 100. It's the people that actually make that ad, or your time, or a staff member's time. That's all factored into what it costs to get a customer.
Yeah, so your cost of acquisition is what that is called. So instead of focusing on just that continual rat race, right, being the hamster on the wheel trying to churn and churn and churn and churn and churn, wouldn't your marketing dollars be better spent in understanding who your core customer is, right?
Right.
And your core customer is the customer that buys your eye cream, and when that eye cream runs out, they are going to come back and buy that same eye cream because that's the one that works for them. Right. Exactly what Dana said at the beginning of the podcast, right? That's really the one that has value to you, because you're not, if let's say you spend $50 to get a customer or $40 to get a customer, right? And your eye cream is $30, you're already $10 in the hole, right? Yep. So, but if you have a customer that spends $30 this month and spends $30 next month and $30 the month after that and $30 a month after that, you're in the black, right? You're
Right.
good. You're making money on that customer. So then the $50 or $40 that you spent are well worth it,
Right.
because
It's repeat business and
it's
loyalty.
repeat business, right? So that's where, when you start analyzing those customers and being able to track them, right, the length that that customer is engaged with your brand, meaning the length of time that a customer keeps on coming back and buying, helps you determine your customer lifetime value, right? So do they come back? Who comes back? What do they look like? Where are they? What social media are they on? How do they engage with my brand? What's their feedback? What is it that they love about it? Like, that's what you need to be spending your time and effort figuring out.
And I want to say too, like, as particularly like about that lotion, just because I went and bought it, so I use this Neutrogena face cream, and I keep buying the same one because I like it. But if somebody at that right time when I was ready to buy, if I saw an ad pass by this cream is the best cream, not Neutrogena, a competitor, I might just switch. So that's why it's so important to stay in front of people, especially the ones, not just ones you're trying to get that are new, but the ones that are your loyal customers. Got to stay in front, because I'll switch. If something just sounds like might be something new and fresh, I might just switch.
Yeah. So that's why it's important to really identify not only your core customer, but the lifetime value of each segment of your core customers,
Exactly.
right? So then you will have your lifetime value of 6-month customer, lifetime value of 3-month customer, lifetime value of a year customer. And based on that, you can segment them, right? And decide how much money you're going to put to advertising to that core, whether it's through paid advertising or through making sure that they're constantly engaged through email, text messaging, going on their Instagram and talking to your customer. If I have a customer that has a year lifetime value, you may be sure that I'm going to be going on their Instagram and making sure I'm communicating with them, or sending them an email, or sending them, because we're a service, we send, Dana loves to send all sorts of things to people, donuts. And,
I do. Donuts and nice books, like
and books
on the history of Coco Chanel.
Yes.
That was a really nice gift I just sent
That
somebody.
was a very nice gift.
An idea to get new business, yes.
Yeah. So,
and I want to tell a funny story about that conference we were at, Allison Maslin's conference this weekend. There was a woman, and I can't remember her name. It was Lori something, and she sold dog food. Was it dog food? And when you get to her website, you picked one of the 3 things, and she marketed to each of them differently. And I don't know how much this applies about lifetime value, but I found it so interesting. One box is sick dogs, right? The second box was healthy dogs, and the third one was senior dogs. So you saw wherever you were, and then when you went down that path, that's how she marketed. If she knew then that I was somebody that had a sick dog, then all of her marketing spoke to me around that, and that lifetime value was transforming the message of, then is the dog getting better? How can I help the dog get better? Are we connecting? And if she's helping me, I'm going to stay. Maybe then I'll have a healthy dog, and I'll switch into that category. So I love that whole idea of really very clearly identifying and then staying with that, and then figuring out the lifetime value of those people.
And I think that makes a great point, right? Because I don't know whether or not she's adopting lifetime value as part of her process, but having a way to segment people, and not only in a negative way, right? Like stuff that you're trying to prevent or solve, like being sick or what to do with an old dog, right? But the fact that she threw in the healthy dog.
Yes, she did.
So the idea is transitioning the dog from one stage to the next, or transitioning the.
And there's a lifetime, right? From sick to healthy to senior.
Yeah.
That is a lifetime, yeah.
Well, and I think, when you think about brands that are successful, a lot of them are a lifetime value brand, right?
Sure.
So the best lifetime value brand, Disney.
Oh my God, right? Hook those kids young. They're buying Frozen too, Olaf's.
Yeah.
And then they're bringing it to their kids.
And then from Olaf, then they go into Star Wars, and then from Star Wars, they either get stuck in Star Wars or they go,
Repetitive
or they go
children
into
stuck on
Marvel,
Star
the
Wars,
Marvel
right.
universe, right?
Right.
'Cause
But then they bring their kids Disney.
and then they bring their kids to Disney, and the
It's the
cycle
most
starts
beautiful.
all over again.
And you know, the whole
and
thing
then-
is like I was sitting there thinking, yeah, it's a big ass marketing machine, but the truth of the matter is it's a beautiful brand, and what a great way to bring your kids into the world, you know,
Yeah.
with this thing that's happy and fun and, you know, connected and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they have that. Talk
Down.
about lifetime. You know, you're a grandpa. You're getting a mug with Mickey Mouse, best grandpa, right?
So
they
true.
they that's how they get to be that big. That's how they get to be that brand that people love for a lifetime,
Right.
right? So our goal here is to tell you that your measure of success cannot be just conversions. It cannot be just how many people are clicking on your message or seeing your message. The goal here is to get people to engage with you, or customers or clients to engage with you for prolonged periods of time, because that's really where you're going to maximize the revenue and the learnings that
And
you will
develop.
get.
It's really, God, it's just like real life. It's developing relationships.
Yeah.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
Disney has, a relationship with people, because they take them through their entire lifetime from beginning to end. You know, they're
Yeah.
there. So, yeah, so enjoy customer lifetime value.
Hopefully this sparks some thoughts about how you shift your marketing strategy to get people to engage with you long term.
You bet. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to subscribe to and share Wicked Marketing on Apple Podcasts and write an awesome review for us. We are also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Play. See you next time.